Good evening. 6 p.m. here. Beautiful Saturday evening out there across the state. I'm Ryan. Joined with me, Evan in the bottom right corner, as well as Tyler, Drew, and Ben up in the top right corner. And then below me in the bottom left, there is a network of cameras we have across the state of Michigan. We're live. We're going to be live throughout the evening for coverage of this winter event that is just starting to ramp up here across the state. Let me know where you guys watching from. Give me an audio check as well. Am I okay? Come up a little bit, down a little bit. Let me know how I sound, and we'll go ahead and jump right on into the latest updates here. We got Lori, Jessica, Toby, Scott, Patty, Jen, Maria. What is going on, guys? Good to see you all in here. So, quick update about the system. The heaviest of snowfall rates is, take these off. Heaviest of snowfall rates is now beginning to push into the state of Michigan. Go ahead and animate this. Your darker blue colors here now showing up from Kalamazoo or toward Holland, down toward the Coldwater, Hillsdale, and Adrian areas. Over on the east side of the state, the snow is continuing to push its way slowly to the north and east. So if you're not getting snow just yet, you will be very soon. A peek at the cameras across the state here. We have areas that are getting heavy snowfall. We're watching Portage area here, a lot of fine flakes out there. We're also going to be watching the Niles camera here, and also the camera in Three Rivers, looking pretty dicey out there as fine snowflakes are blowing around with the gusty winds we have. So, like I said, be live through the evening here. Got Tyler, Drew, and Ben up there, top right. Bottom right corner is Evan. They're out and about this evening across the state of Michigan. Our forecast for the 4 to 8 inches for most of the state, and then that swath across West Michigan of 7 to 13. All that stuff still on track here. We are looking pretty good in terms of our forecast here for the state of Michigan. So we are all good to go. Any questions, feel free to chime in. We're going to be live off and on. Relaxed style stream tonight. Here to hang out with you guys. I'm keeping a close eye on traffic conditions, our cameras. Also keeping a close eye out for thunder snow. We do have potential for thunder snow here. Already down in Indiana, we have a couple lightning strikes that were reported about 20 minutes ago or so near Terre Haute. Heavier snowfall rates here begin to push up right now and continue for the next several hours. So we are now getting into the height of this event across the south part of the state. Also, don't know what's going on at the Paw Paw camera there at Great Lakes Pondscapes, but looks like there's some emergency vehicles nearby this camera. So hopefully everything's okay there. We're going to cycle through some of our chasers and our cameras throughout the evening. So just relax, kick up. Not going to be an intense stream tonight. Going to be relaxed in nature. But we'll be live through the evening here. Yes, fine snowflakes. We call them fine because they're so small. They are very small. And that is due to the what we call the DGZ, the dendritic growth zone. A lot of technicality with that, but not allowing the flakes to grow any bigger. Also, some winds can rip those apart as well. So, combination of things combining for small, fine flakes. Later we get in the evening, though, those should grow in size just a tad bit bigger. As far as traffic conditions go, we have several slide offs. In fact, we have a report behind the scenes coming in off 94 of a slide off there as well. 94 east towards Kalamazoo got a slide off there. But in terms of the traffic maps here, can I just share my entire screen to make this easier on me? I'm working solo tonight, guys, so bear with me here. Let's do the entire screen. Why not? So there's your MDOT drive map here. I'm going to zoom out just a bit. All those little exclamation points are incidents, traffic crashes. As you can see, Berrien County has one. We have a couple in Kent County and several over here on the east side along 94 here, and also some up here on 96 near Farmington Hills. So we have several incidents this evening, and these are just main highways, state roads, not including what's happening on county roads or local roads. So it's slow going out there all throughout the evening, so we'll keep an update on this map as well. We also have cameras on major highways there. We have US 131 bottom left of your screen there, courtesy of Frontier Truck Parts. Appears to be either a vehicle turning around or perhaps a police officer sitting there in the turnaround. I'm going to zoom in and see if I can't figure out who that is. But we have cameras we're going to track across the state as well. That is a state boy, as we call him. You can tell by the nice light on top there. But heavy snow starting to work in the state this evening. And because we just reached that nocturnal hour, snow begins to stick to the roads a whole lot easier, making travel much more difficult and much more treacherous. So, repeating from what we said on this page earlier this afternoon and yesterday night, if you can avoid travel this evening, it's a great idea to do so, because it is treacherous out there. It'll become more treacherous as evening goes on. It ain't gonna get any better. We'll put it that way. I got chasers talking in my ear, so you guys can't hear them tonight, but I can. So if I pause randomly, it's likely because I'm hearing something come to my ear. Got Jessica. Just got home from the Michigan game. Be careful on highways 75 and 69 main roads. They are getting slick. Numerous accidents. Thank you for your super chat and for the report. Yes, with the Michigan game getting out, hopefully people are taking the slick conditions seriously, because it is not a good night for travel out there, especially with 100,000 people plus leaving one centralized location. It's just not a good situation. Conditions should improve by Monday afternoon. Monday morning could be pretty slick out there as well. But snow stops. Snow will end tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, but we're likely going to have a nice 24-hour period of some slick conditions there. State roads should be okay by the time Sunday night rolls around, but county roads and local roads will likely be a few days after that. So Monday and for sure Tuesday will be better. Ben is reporting Westnedge Avenue in Portage is a sheet of ice. And on the camera here, courtesy of Visiting Angels of South of Michigan, this is overlooking Westnedge at 94. All the chasers kind of chiming in here at once, saying that their conditions are slick out there. Drew's out as well. He is in... I'm going to get location updates real quick. Give me a second. If you guys give me location updates very briefly, let me know where you're at, please. Keep a track on these guys. Okay, so Ben's basically on the camera in Westnedge and Portage. Drew is near Lawton, heading towards Schoolcraft. Let's see if Tyler's on here as well. Clayton just chimed in as well. Clayton, I believe, was in Ann Arbor for the game. He is not live with us, but he is driving home from A2 toward the West Michigan area. Tyler, are you on the radio? And yeah, snowfall rates are intensifying here this evening. Taking a peek back at the radar, the heavier, darker blues here. Go ahead and change radars. Right here, from Kalamazoo down through Hillsdale, these are the darker blues starting to push up into the state. That's the heavy start of the heavier snow here throughout the state. So this will only increase as evening goes on. We'll be live for a few hours, I have to imagine. I may kind of chime in, chime out with our chasers and just kind of take different feeds back and forth to keep you guys fresh with the scenery. But we live reporting through the evening as best as we possibly can. Like I said, working solo tonight. We got family gatherings for our staff going on. We have a lot of stuff going on with the holiday season, so we're kind of short-staffed, so to speak. We're tracking things here. Looks like Evan's got something there. Looks like a state slide-off, looks like, where he's at. Fun Times with a super chat says, happy Saturday. Drive safe, everyone. Don't drive too fast. Take extra time if you need to. Thank you to the mods, chasers who are currently on. Appreciate you all, and appreciate you too, Fun Times. Thank you for your support. We had the super chat there. going to be taking a peek at behind the scenes. We have chasers and both states sending in content as well and updates. So I'll be looking all sorts of places tonight. So just bear with me here. How you guys feeling though? Hop in chat here. You liking the snow? You hating the snow? How you guys feeling about this? First big snow event of the year that's widespread in nature. Of course, we had lake effect snow the past couple of weeks for West Michigan and the UP areas, but now we're getting a good widespread snowstorm. How are you guys? How are you feeling? We hate the snow, says Rob. John says 0 out of 10 stars. Kim says love the snow. Sue says hating having to drive in it. Relatable. I hate the cold. I hate driving in it. But the snow itself is pretty. It's pretty. So it's not all bad. The camera at Safety Glasses USA here on 131 in Three Rivers is getting very, very heavy snowfall rates here. And I want to keep the main panel here of 64 cameras pulled up. I'm watching those close for thunder snow. If there's any lightning, it's going to show up. We're going to see it. So that's my main focus tonight, is keeping a close eye on these cameras, because I really want to see, personally, I want to hear thunder snow where I'm at, but we'll see. I think the potential for that exists a little bit later on this evening, closer to that 8 or 9 p.m. time frame. We'll see though. We could see it any time with the heavier snowfall rates moving in. Shayla says, hate the wimpy snow. If it's going to snow, snow impressively. I 100% agree with you. 100%. Hello from Flat Rock. Well, good evening. Welcome into the chat here. Coldwater getting hammered. We do not have chasers or camera in Coldwater. I was going to pull it up, but we don't. So I'll take your word for it. It fits the radar perfectly. Coldwater in the heavier bands of blue. Let's go ahead and cycle through some of our chasers here. If I can find our chasers, there they are. We got Drew driving in the Lawton area. Ben with his wipers stuck, looks like. We got Tyler out there. Tyler, do you got a copy on me? I do know he is heading toward Lenawee County. Hey, there he is. What is your location? Tyler is just south of Milan, Michigan, heading toward the Adrian area. He is in my neck of the woods. So we got Tyler out there, and we also got Evan. Evan is one of our newer chasers, and Joel has him input into his system, but for me, I got him full screen a different way here with no nameplate, so apologize about you, Evan, but we got Evan out there as well. Looks like he's on a major highway there. I don't believe he has his radio on currently, but he is also out and about this evening getting footage and content from the field. So there we go. Nice clear image. Following a state plow there. Where is he at? Let's see if we can get an exit number here. Looks like something A. I couldn't tell. But yeah, we have all sorts of chasers out tonight. We're watching their camera feeds throughout the evening. Also keeping a close eye on the weather cameras for any thunder snow, aka lightning tonight. Red Dozer with a super chat. Thank you, Red, for your support. Says, pretty sure you all know how I feel about the snow. Just picture me with my tongue sticking out, making fart noises. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Red, for your support there. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. If I do miss memberships or super chats, just holler at me. Chat is scrolling by like this. And I'm working solo tonight, so if I miss something, I apologize. You can just scream at me like, hey, you missed my super chat or whatever. And I'll go back up and I'll try and find it here. Also, check out the blowing snow here up in Stanwood, central Michigan, there at Stanwood Market. That's crazy. System is just getting underway here. Forecast is on track. Drew's talking. So Drew is reporting the wind is causing some blowing and drifting on the roadways, which can make it hard and deceiving of what lane you're in. So that's another issue tonight. The wind is ramping up just a bit. It's not going to be blowing too hard, but enough to cause some drifting, at least initially. The snow is a little bit finer than what we expect it to be right now. So it's not the heavy wet type of snow like we kind of expected. It's a bit finer, causing it to blow around a bit more often. So another potential issue tonight on the roadways. Thank you, Drew, for that. Weather app says 6 inches max for northern Allegan County. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are weather apps are terrible at predicting winter weather. And I would say do not go by your weather apps. Our forecast, all said and done, 7 to 13 inches of snow is likely there for Allegan County. Maybe 6 inches on top of what you have on the ground currently, maybe. That should fit into the 7 to 13 range, but weather apps are notorious for getting inaccurate snowfall totals. Volume seems low. I can up my volume. Just let me know. Yes, Lincoln, we do read Twitch chat. You guys are in here too. We typically don't have a lot of viewers on Twitch, but we do see your chats. What does the polygon mean in northern Indiana? Great question, and that is due to a mesoscale discussion that was issued from the Storm Prediction Center. We usually get these in the severe weather season, but for this one, it communicates heavy snow, 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, and then on top of that, thunder snow possible. We got Ben doing some mischief on stream here. We're going to pull him up. I'm going to pull my camera down here, actually. I'm going to let you guys take a peek at our Chasers feeds full screen. I'll be in the background here. I'm still here. No worries. But we're going to roll full stream here with our Chasers, and just going to have some fun tonight. Obviously, take it seriously if you're out and about on the roadways. But overall, this is a good, fun event for a lot of us. We enjoy the snow. We like having fun in it. So take it seriously if you're out on the roads or traveling. Definitely take it seriously. But otherwise, it's not really... Snow itself is not really life-threatening in a way, besides, again, to travel. So we like to have some fun, kind of relax and enjoy ourselves a bit with these streams. So... Avery with a super chat says, how do you expect roads for tomorrow morning's commute to work in Calhoun County? Expect slick conditions across much of the area. I think by the time Sunday evening rolls around, state roads will be okay. And by the time Monday afternoon rolls around, most local roads should be okay as well. North-south roads in St. Joe County drifting hard. Thank you, Firefighter Tom, for that. Appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member there, Dana. Appreciate you. We have a snowman being built. Looks like on Ben's hood there. We'll take back the radar, though. This is your current radar here across West Michigan. Heavier snow begins to push in. Kalamazoo, South Haven up toward Holland, down toward the Coldwater and Adrian areas. Taking a peek at Detroit's radar, you can see the heavier snowfall rates now entering Lenawee and Monroe, Washtenaw counties. We check out the airport radar. Yes, very heavy snowfall rates over my house, actually. That's going to be kind of fun. And then elsewhere up here in the thumb, not snowing too hard right now, but it'll get there eventually. Up here in the northern part of Michigan, snow is filled in. Now moving up toward the Otsego Lake, Gaylord areas. Possible. Oakland County there, possible. Not going to be out of the question to see a bit more than forecast, but I think 4 to 8 is a good general consensus for the east part of Michigan. Thank you, Pacify ASMR. Appreciate you becoming a member there. I recognize your name from last year, so welcome back to the team. Appreciate you. Says nothing happening in Brownstown area yet. The keyword there is yet. We have a nice snowman now on Ben's stream. Can't really see it. You can see the head of it just above the pink warning bar there to the left. There he is. Thank you, Ben. There we go. That does go to show you, though, this snow is packable. So it's not as dry and fluffy as I thought it was originally. So it is still packable. Thank you, Fun Times. Yes, we did reach 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. We also just recently hit 560,000 followers on Facebook. So appreciate you all hitting the follow and like buttons. Appreciate it. Quite a bit. More than you know. I'm watching the radar very closely, looking for lightning strikes. Because if anything's going to happen in terms of thunder snow, it's going to happen anywhere from Fort Wayne down to about Terre Haute, Indiana. And these heavier bands are pushing up our way. Robert with a super chat says, appreciate all the updates. Lansing still mild, but falling. That sounds about right. We have a lot of accident reports coming in from around that Lansing area. I don't have any cameras directly in Lansing. We have the Charlotte cam. I don't know if I have that. It looks like I don't have that on my panel here. We have like 90 cameras, and our panel holds 64, so I got to kind of pick and choose which ones I have on here at any given time. But man, I'll tell you one thing, the camera here at State of Texas USA is absolutely ripping with snow. That is going to be in the Three Rivers area near the Indiana border down there. Also keeping a close eye on that 131 cam. The state trooper is still sitting there in the middle of 131. This is going to be courtesy of Frontier Truck Parts. Keeping a very close eye on this cam. So we got Ben now driving around with his snowman on his hood. I have no idea how you're doing that, Ben, but I am intrigued. Okay, Connor, I'm intrigued. So it looks like his chase partner, Connor, was the one who made it. So I must have missed that part. Again, if you're just joining us, we've got Ben up here full screen, but we also have Drew and Tyler as well as Evan. Bottom right of your screen there is Evan. All out this evening, keeping a close eye on travel conditions, road conditions, etc., etc. We'll keep you guys up to date as soon as we have latest information. I'll be popping in and out this evening. Tyler's reporting near zero visibility on his route to Adrian. Yeah, Tyler, you're in the heaviest band there according to the airport radar, so not surprised with that at all. Ben is driving. Pull up his stream. I'll actually tell you on Ben's stream where he's at. Let's go and pull him up. So he's in Portage. So behind his nameplate there, you can see it says Portage and facing to the north. So he's northbound. He actually might be right about to pass our camera. Hold on. Yeah, he's actually passing our Portage cam right now. So our camera is actually right off to the right in this building here. Courtesy of the Visiting Angels of Southwest Michigan. I believe that's their building right there. He's passing it now. So I know his stream is a bit delayed as well, and the camera is live in the bottom left, so it probably didn't line up perfectly, but he actually, I believe, just passed our Portage cam. I'll verify that real quick. Ben, did you just go under 94, northbound Westnedge? Yeah, that was him. It had to have been him. That was him, yep. You should turn around and then pass the Portage cam we have and wave at it. I didn't realize you were passing it until you were actually past it. So if you turn around and give me a heads up, we'll probably see you go by. So Ben actually might turn around here. We're going to see if we can't line this up with our camera and watch him go by. Dragon with a super chat says roads from Lake Orion to Troy are awful on I-75. Thank you for your super chat, Dragon. Yes, roads are becoming terrible on east side of Michigan as well. That is not surprising at all. That is a snowman on Ben's hood there. Drew is reporting the country roads are slick enough that he is traveling only 20 to 25 miles per hour. Drifting is a problem tonight. Taking a peek across the state again, keeping a close eye on the cameras. Over in Adrian, on the east side of Michigan, in Lenawee County, snow has begun to pick up intensity, and it has begun to stick to the roads here at 22. This is Beecher and M52. Beecher and M52 there in Adrian. So that's ongoing. We also have snow, looks like, up in... Never mind, that's not snow just yet. We do have snow up in the UP still, up in Bergland, here at Timberline Sports. But we do have the Adrian cam here, courtesy of Midas Auto Experts, as well as Adrian's sign. Tyler has said a good point. It is kind of reckless to say, but it's true. He said we're at the point where, I forgot what he said. I actually forgot. But he said, like, I guess at the point where the lines on the roads don't make any sense anymore. So it's kind of guessing. Well, that's to be expected. We have the Ann Arbor camera here at the Ann Arbor Airport, courtesy of Ace Aviation. Snow has begun to pick up intensity there as well. And you can see it is now sticking on the grass there as well as the pavement there on the runway. So it's getting underway here across the state. Heavier snowfall rates are continuing to push east and north into the state. Also, we got the Dundee camera here in almost downtown Dundee, facing to the north currently. This is courtesy of A&S Garage in Dundee. This camera is actually a point, tilt, and zoom, so I can actually kind of maneuver this around just a bit. It is right there overlooking the waterfall on the Raisin River. Out of focus, though, with the snow. Not surprised by that at all, but we'll have a good look here at M50 in Dundee with this camera. We have snow beginning at Harbor Beach, looks like, as well up in the thumb of Michigan. Snow is falling rapidly here, actually. Pavement is already covered. Grass not covered yet, but will be covered soon. So we're just starting to ramp up this evening. Did I miss anybody's memberships or super chats? I did not. Cool. Perfect. So what are you guys seeing where you're at? Let me know in chat where you guys are located and what you're seeing. We got Red Dozer back with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Red, for your generosity. Welcome to the team for those of you who just got gifted. Looks like we lost Ben's stream as well as Tyler. I'm going to go ahead and refresh Tyler's feed here. Give me just a second. Oh. He's gone. There, he's back. Okay. Cool. Joe says, Downriver, nothing. Keyword is yet. Flurries are starting in Mount Clemens. Steady snow in Gobles, excuse me. Dusting in Flushing, Howell, zilch. Flint town still pretty calm, says Napoleon. Stop snowing in East Berrien County. How is that possible? We have Berrien County cams, and it is snowing hard. Snowing Eaton Rapids, Harbor Springs, nothing yet. Joe says, believe it when I see it. I have seen that comment way too many times, and you'll believe it by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. That's for sure. Cameras in Allegan County, as well as close to the lakeshore areas of Holland, as well as Douglas. The cameras we have there are completely covered in snow with this wet snow getting into the lens there. So we're going to lose those cameras, unfortunately, for the evening. For the most part, unless for some reason they melt or snow falls off the lens. But we have several cameras still here to keep a close eye on. Mayo just dust. Rockford, Michigan, we have 2 inches, says Steely. We can head up to Rockford real quick here. Your snow is just getting underway. Heavier stuff is moving into the Grand Rapids metro area at Allegan currently, Plainwell, Holland. Where's our Holland cam? Where's our Auto Body Experts camera here? Let's go ahead and pull that up. There it is. Heavier snowfall rates are in Holland currently, moving up toward you guys in Rockford. So give it another hour or so. It'll be picking up intensity there for you guys. Keeping a close eye for those lightning strikes tonight. Michael says 2 inches in Ionia. I feel like the radar lies. Why is that? I might be able to explain. I think I know where you're going with this. I might be able to explain it. Let me know what you mean by that. Snowing steady in Mount Pleasant. Cameras in Grand Blanc. We do have cameras in Grand Blanc. I do not know if I have it pulled up here or not. What was that? No, I don't believe I have this music playing on stream. Yeah. I'm trying to find the Grand Blanc camera here, but it may not be in my block of 64 cams here. Nope, not my block tonight. We do have a snowplow on US 131 here in Moline. The state trooper is left his pull off there. What area do you think will get thunder snow? If there's going to happen, if there's going to be thunder snow tonight, it's going to happen somewhere, in my opinion, right along the 94 corridor. Kalamazoo, Jackson, Detroit, Adrian, Coldwater, that area. That's where the greater ingredients are coming together for those types of events. So that's where I'm going to watch very closely. Cameras in Lansing, we do not have cameras in Lansing. So we need cameras from Lansing down to Jackson. The 127 corridor is a dead zone for us in terms of our personal camera coverage. So we're going to focus in on that starting next year. We actually just redid our way we do cameras. So we're getting everything finalized, and we're going to jump into next year with a more fluent setup for us. So we took a little bit of a break. We are kind of taking a break right now to kind of reset ourselves and get those ready for next year. But we're going to focus in on Jackson, the Lansing area, because we do not have cameras in that vicinity. Fun Times back with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Fun Times, for that. Welcome to the team for those who just got gifted. Roads are terrible. Mount Pleasant, third accident since 4. Joel behind the scenes here is saying every intersection is bad. I believe it. I believe it. Do we have a Muskegon camera? We do not have a Muskegon camera. That is another spot we don't have a camera at. Take what off, Betty? Barely anything but flurries in GR. I don't know about that. It looks like it's snowing pretty good here with the ground covered in Grand Rapids, so I don't know if I buy that. Snowing pretty good. Brandy says, Hanover Horton, 2.5 inches and coming down. Thank you for that. We have several cameras in Grand Rapids, including the one on your screen here in Cascade. We have Scooters Coffee is the sponsor of the 3 that are around Grand Rapids. We also have the Auto Body Experts that are just south of Grand Rapids as well. So we have Grand Rapids covered pretty well. I do see snow continuing here in Byron Center as well. It doesn't look as heavy as surrounding areas, but you can still tell in the light here that it is coming down pretty good. You can view these cameras by hopping on YouTube and typing in Michigan Weather Network. We have roughly 40 or so cameras that are live. We have 90 in total, but about almost half of those are viewable anytime, anywhere. So feel free to hop over to YouTube, type in Michigan Weather Network, find the camera you want to look at, take a peek. Yes, we have one in Kalamazoo, courtesy of Westside Garden Center. We also have one in Portage, courtesy of Visiting Angels of Southwest Michigan. We also have a camera close to Kalamazoo in Paw Paw at Great Lakes Pondscapes too. So we have some around Kalamazoo. Pictures. Oh, I asked Ben for pictures, but he's live with us. Duh. Hold on. Brain fart. There we go. He's at Bronson Park. I got the snowman still with him. No cameras in Ypsi. We do have one close in Ann Arbor at the Ann Arbor Airport, courtesy of Ace Aviation, but nothing in Ypsi. I am really far behind on this. Are we going to get a December monthly outlook on YouTube for a YouTube video? Yes.
It's the place, man. How much snow you think is on the ground here? I should have got my meter stick and measured.
Ben is live at Bronson Park in Kalamazoo.
I'm gonna go get my meter stick. Do some measurements. Later on, we'll conspire.
Ben is in Bronson Park, Kalamazoo. Yeah, we have cameras in Wayne County, Detroit Metro. We do have Dearborn. Bottom left of your screen there. As you can see, it is snowing in Dearborn. Roads are not yet covered, though.
All right, let's get a measurement out here.
We got Ben in here as well. That's the audio coming through from Ben's stream. I'll go ahead and mute him for now. Can we see Dearborn full screen? I can... Yeah, give me a second. What I can do instead here, I take the 4 panel off here. What I can do is I can just change my screen background to Dearborn. And then change my capture window to this, so I can just go like that. Just kind of reverse it. So there's Dearborn. Ben is reporting 4 inches on the ground in Kalamazoo. Thank you, Ben, for that. Camera here, courtesy of Guardian Technologies, our Skycam sponsor, provider for all of the camera equipment and 90% of the installations. We do have self-install packages as well we can send you guys if you know how to do so. Okay, I'm going to address something going on in YouTube chat here, and I'm going to say it once as a warning. But if you are going to tell us that our coverage is terrible compared to someone other creator, why are you here? If you're going to come into our chat and be rude to us, just keep your mouth shut at that point. Please and thank you. So mods, if people are going to complain about how someone else has better coverage, you can time them out. Feel free to. If our coverage was that bad, you wouldn't be here. So that's your warning. Feel free to leave. Any news for the Grayling area? So Grayling area currently up there. You're getting your first snowflakes likely pretty soon, if not already occurring. Let me know what's outside your window. Do you have a camera in Niles? We do have a camera in Niles. We do. But the unfortunate reality is that camera is blasted by snow. I got to find it again. But we are looking at a snow-covered camera here last I checked. I'll go ahead and try and pull it back up here. There it is. Nope, that's Pawpaw. Oh, there it is. There's Niles. We're good now. Courtesy of Jessica Massey State Farm here, looking to the northwest. There's your camera. I thought it was snow-covered, but it is not. We do not have a Marshall camera, but we will soon. We have partnered with unknown person / source. We have cameras going up in Calhoun County very soon. Looking forward to it. We will have cameras close to Eaton Rapids soon. Yes, that's another camera. We have at least four more cameras that I can think of. 5, actually. 5 more cameras that I can think of that are going to be installed here, hopefully by end of year, but it may be close with the weather, so. No cameras in Alma or Alpena. Nope. Yeah, between 2 states, we're going to have close to 100 cameras by end of year. We have at least 12 going in Indiana, with 4 of those already up and going. So we'll be close to 100. Do you think Oakland County could get thunder snow out of this? I would say your chances are lower up there. Not impossible, but higher chances down by the Indiana-Ohio border areas. In the meantime, I am going to take myself off of the screen at the current moment. I'll be in the background, but I'm going to eat my dinner here. I don't want to eat in front of you guys. I'll be here watching comments, but the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my food while I have a second to kind of chill. So if you guys want to see a camera, let me know. Or chaser feed full, let me know. I can take them as you request them. But for the meantime, I'm going to eat. How do I get involved with the camera? Well, we ask for businesses primarily to sponsor the cost of it up front. In return, we can advertise you on our page when we use your camera and give you verbal shout outs and stuff like that. If you want to inquire and you're a business watching, feel free to email me, Ryan, R-Y-A-N, at michiganstormchasers.com. That is how you get a hold of me. And I can give you information on pricing and all the details you need. I do not have music pulled in. I do apologize. That is something Joel has mastered. But I have not yet. So I'll have to get with him and figure out how I can do that myself. Because I would like to play music, but I don't have that ability. Right now, at least. We provide all the camera equipment that you need for it. You would just pay for it. We would provide the equipment. And yes, we do have certain cameras we use. Some are the Aurora type, some are weather, some are high tech, some are low tech. It depends on your location. It basically depends on a lot of factors. What I'm trying to say. I'm here. Just eating. I'm a one-man show tonight. New chatter in the sub, long time lurker. How will Lansing fare in all this? You guys do a great job. Thank you. Appreciate that. Lansing, we have on the edge of a 7 to 13 inch zone as well as a 4 to 8 inch zone. I would expect somewhere in the middle, probably right around 6 to 9 inches or so would be your going rate there in Lansing, with exception that it could be a bit higher than that if the higher end solution verifies. But I would expect between 6 to 9 or so between you guys and Lansing. What am I eating? I call it the Ryan Special. Basically, it's just ground beef with some sauce, some cheese, and sometimes I put some fries on it or some chips. So it's like potato, meat, just like protein, carb. It's weird. I get it, but it's good. I enjoy it. A man meal, truly. Yeah, Chris, I would agree. I would agree. I enjoy it, and that's what matters. It's good to me. Fun times. You had a question about Venmo. We can work something out if you want to sponsor one. Yes, we can do payment via Venmo, but we typically do invoicing through our software, so you can pay that however you want to. Ben, we lost your cam. Not sure if you're aware of that. Yeah, somebody earlier was just saying that somebody had better coverage than we do. Excuse me. Yeah, someone earlier was just saying that we had terrible coverage and this and that. I was just, after the third time I saw the comment, I'm like, no, they're just trying to start a fight. So, be gone. Camera on your screen is in Lapeer County, courtesy of Deerfield Township Fire, Tim Reinhardt. Appreciate Tim for messaging us and getting this camera up for us. They install it themselves. Face it to the southwest here in Lapeer County. As you can see, snow is flying. Ooh, nice snow there on the Scooter's Coffee Cam here in Cascade. No lightning on radar at this current time. We're going to watch carefully for it, though. Radar across the west side of Michigan. Muskegon, you are in a heavier snow band. Let me know what you're seeing out there, Muskegon. I'm looking at a heavier snow band from roughly Plainwell through Hudsonville up toward Muskegon area. Did I take Ben off accidentally? I did. Ben, I am sorry. I don't know what happened, but I took you off the screen, which is why I lost you. So you're fine. Yep, you're good. Sorry. My bad. Will plows be out all night? I am not a genie, and I do not have contacts or communication with local or state plows. So I could not tell you. I wish I could, but I don't. I'm gonna get a video up here from Drew. Yeah, I am not a genie, and I'm not John Cena. Can we see Kalamazoo cams? I can pull up the Kalamazoo cam. I can sure do that. I gotta find it first. Usually I have these organized into sectors, but I'm just going widescreen tonight. There we go. There's your Kalamazoo cam, courtesy of the West Side Garden Center. This is facing west in Kazoo. We also have one in Portage, just south of Kazoo. Scrolling through the back end of things here. I'm working solo tonight, so I gotta keep an eye on things throughout the chaser pages and communications we have. So if I'm silent for a little bit, I apologize. We got our chasers Tyler, Ben, Drew, as well as Evan down there in the bottom right corner. Live radar on the right, sorry, bottom left. Cameras in the center of your screen there, and I'm up here in the top left. I'm Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers here. We are doing some coverage of this snow event. It's boring, I know, but it's also exciting and kind of fun to relax and just kind of hang out and talk and just kind of look at some cameras and watch the beautiful snowfall, as well as chaser feeds, so. So Tyler is in my neck of the woods in Lenawee County, Adrian area. Drew is over near the Lawton, Kalamazoo region. Ben is also in that same Kalamazoo region. And then Evan, I do not know a live location update on him. But I do know he is, last I checked, in the same vicinity. Watching update from Ben from Bronson Park. Up on the page here momentarily for you guys to go look at. Heavy snow near Monroe. Someone was just saying that Monroe had nothing. So now it's heavy snow. Which is it? Is it nothing or heavy snow? All right. What does Grand Rapids look like? Let's head up to Grand Rapids then, shall we? Let's find our Grand Rapids cameras. There's Hudsonville, southwest side of Grand Rapids, courtesy of Auto Body Experts. Road is snow covered. Looks like the grass is also snow covered there. Ben was reporting 4 inches of snow in Kazoo, so that'd be roughly the going rate around the area, I have to imagine. The event is just getting underway, so we're probably going to end up in our forecasted range here of 7 to 13 quite easily. At least in the Kalamazoo area. Have you any of you guys here in chat measured lately at your house? Let me know if you have a measurement in your location. I'd be kind of curious to see what we have so far across the state. There's your Cascade cam. This is the closest one to GR we have. Snow is flying. Monroe, heavy snow has different meaning than the rest of the state. Okay. I think I just got that. That is, no. The dry air in southeast Michigan has been sucking out the snow away. That was expected, but is no longer the case. What constitutes a winter weather advisory versus winter storm warning? I feel like it's odd that Genesee is in an advisory, not a warning. Okay. So, difference, Caitlin, is a matter of technicality and definitions. A winter storm warning has to meet a criteria, I believe, of 8 inches of snow or more in a 12 or 24-hour period. Anything below that is an advisory. And because the forecast for that particular point is like 7 inches, the advisory is the way they went. But we're talking a matter of like 1 or 2 inch difference between the advisory versus the warning. Impacts are the same. So it's not that big of a deal because you're an advisory or warning. It's the exact same thing essentially. Let's go and refresh Tyler's stream here. Wait for them to stop talking to each other. Got a lot of stuff going on in my ear tonight. Yeah, Caitlin. And also, just so you're aware, different offices have so much chaser traffic in my ear I can't think. So advisories and warning criteria will change between different zones of the US. So for example, down in Indianapolis, their criteria for an advisory versus a warning, I believe, is 6 inches of snow. Whereas up here in Michigan, it's 8 inches. So you may see warnings down in Indiana, like for Indianapolis, they're under a warning right now, a winter storm warning. They're expecting like 3 to 6 inches of snow. But they're expecting that in a short time, and their criteria is lower than ours. So it differs. It's different between the different areas across the U.S. Snow getting heavier in Southgate, so it sounds like Downriver area is starting to get snow after a lot of you guys are like, "Where's our snow? Nothing happened." Blah blah blah. It's here. Yeah, I have 3 or 4 guys talking. I have an earpiece in, so I can hear them. But I will admit, it feels like there's voices talking to me. It really does. I'll have a complete thought, and then all of a sudden someone says something. I'm like, oh, there goes that thought. It happens a lot. It's all good. Yes, drifting is ongoing. The snow is becoming a little bit bigger in terms of the snowflake size. US 131 starting to slow down here. We're going to leave it on this camera here, courtesy of Frontier Truck Parts. Looks like we're 2-tracking on 131. Our forecast is on track. Do I have it pulled up here? I do. That's our forecast. Actually, I believe we changed it. Hold on. I'm going to get this right. I don't want to display old info, but that was pretty close to our forecast. Give me one moment. There we go. Let me download this and get it in here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Let's go ahead and load this in. Change it to this. There we go. So there is your last forecast we had this morning. Was posted. So 48 for a wide swath of Michigan, 7 to 13 over on the south and west corner of the state. And then we also have areas in downriver, 2 to 5 inches over there. You guys were expected to be a little bit less because of that warm air we talked about off the lake. Elsewhere, 4 to 8 for pretty much all the entire state, minus the areas that are getting 7 to 13. In the western UP, the very far northern and eastern portions of lower Michigan, and then the southwest corner of the state. You know, I asked you guys a question a while ago about snow where you guys are at, and I completely did not look at chat. So let me know. If you guys have measured, let me know how much snow is on the ground where you're at. Let's look at chat this time. The reason the radar is on Indiana is because I'm looking for thunder snow. Four inches in Jackson, half-inch in Livingston, 3 or 4 in Jenison. Okay, so we're starting off nice. Six inches in Matawan. Whitmore Lake, 1 inch. 5 to 6 in Vicksburg, drifting 2. Cohocton, half inch. 6 inches in Niles, perfect. 1 to 2 in Kazoo. We just had a 4-inch report from Ben in Kazoo. He was at Bronson Park. Almost 4 inches in St. Joseph County. 3 inches Ogama. Wayland, 4 inches. Okay. I would say we're on track here. Three inches in Tecumseh. Is that true? I'm right down the road from you. I didn't realize it was snowing that hard outside. I'm going to take a peek at my camera real quick and see what's going on outside. I have been in front of my computer all day long. I have not been outside. Looks like the grass is just starting to get covered here where I'm at. The road is definitely snow covered. I'd probably say, yeah, maybe 2 or 3 inches. I'd say that's right. Interesting. Half-inch in Midland. Inch in Grand Ledge. 1.5 inches in Ann Arbor. 6 inches in Vicksburg. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. They're chiming in, should I say. So Tyler is in Adrian, saying the roads have not been touched yet. Let's take Tyler full. Let's watch Tyler stream for a minute. There we go. Take the radar off your screen there. I know exactly where he's at, too. So I'm a Lenawee County resident myself, and he is... Now I'm confused. He's downtown Adrian. I was trying to figure out where that roundabout was. I didn't realize to put one in there. Must be fairly new. Dusting in Livonia, inch or two in Ithaca, 5 to 6 inches in Coloma. Tyler is in Adrian, Lenawee County, southeast Michigan there. Tyler, what would you estimate the snow on the ground is? There looking like 2 or 3 inches, you think, or is there a bit more than that? So he's saying 2 or 3 inches or so is a good guess. So. The MDOT plow names are awesome. I agree. When do you think the bulk of the snow will be over for western Washtenaw County? I'm going to guess probably around 5, 6 a.m. We'll actually make it easy. Sunrise tomorrow, things should be wrapping up for the most part on the east side. Perhaps just a little bit after that, so right around sunrise or shortly thereafter. Get a radar update posted here. There we go. Get this up to date. Heaviest snow is going to hit Hadrian here now through about midnight or so. Tyler is actually in Adrian where this camera is. This is at Beecher and M52 here looking southwest. So looking like 3 or so inches there as well. I think we're on track here for our forecast to verify nicely. Everything I'm seeing and hearing is looking pretty good. Camera here on your screen, courtesy of Midas Auto and Adrian Stein. Looks like there's a plow there on the Niles cam. Looks like snow is picking up intensity here in the Niles area as well, courtesy of the State Farm agent Jessica Massey. We have our J-Bar Hobbies camera here in Tecumseh. M50 there is snow covered, almost snow covered. Traffic is light there. Downtown is really pretty at night, must give it that. Dundee, down here in Monroe County. Snow has begun there. Looks like the grass is covered for you guys. Ann Arbor, Ace Aviation. Snow has intensified there. And then the grass is also almost covered there as well. Got a plow going by in the A&S Garage Cam in Dundee. M50 is looking clear for now. Berrien County camera here. It is snowing hard in Berrien County. That is very low visibility here. This is facing to, I want to say, the west. I could be wrong with that, though. Yeah, that's right. This is facing west. This is facing east. Courtesy of Sent to Serve, LLC. We'll have more details on that sponsor coming soon. Those are fairly new cameras for us in Berrien County. We're happy to have. But yeah, it's been a night so far. Get an update from Ben here. Hey Ben, what is your location? I love his screensaver. If you lose a signal, that cat comes in. I like it. He's back. He's sitting in Kalamazoo area just north of 94, he said. He's going to make a U-turn here because he's trying to go to 131 area, so. While he does that, we'll take back the full screen here. Well, actually, let's go over to Drew's cam real quick and see what he's seeing. Snow-covered roads there. Drew, do you got an update for me? Location, road conditions? Thank you, Drew. Ben's measuring 3.5 inches in Kazoo there off of 11th Street. Yes, you can follow our chasers individually. So I believe every single chaser we have tonight has their own Facebook page, and some have their own YouTubes as well. So Drew on Facebook is Storm Chaser Drew Brummel. Ben is Storm Chaser Ben Richmond. Evan is Storm Chaser Evan Heemstra. And then Tyler is Storm Chaser Tyler Maynard. See you, Katie. Thanks for tuning in. Nice and relaxed evening tonight. Current time is 7:32 p.m. Ongoing snow event across Michigan is well underway. We have a statement coming out now. Basically just saying heavier snowfall rates are incoming, roads are becoming treacherous, basically all it's communicating. And that's for Monroe, Lenawee, Wayne, Washtenaw, Oakland, Macomb, and Livingston counties. Back into chat here. Four and a half inches in Sherwood at 7:32. Thank you for that. 4 to 8 inches is a good amount for East Michigan. Someone off the road headed south near Ballpark on 131. Is that on the MDOT map I assume you're talking about? I don't see any incidents at all in West Michigan on the MDOT drive map, which is weird. I'll refresh it real quick here and just make sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, there's no incidents reported on the state roads, which is interesting in West Michigan. Good news, though. It's very good news. You can go over to Michigan Weather Network on YouTube. That's where all of our, not all of them, but almost half of our cameras are currently live for you guys to view. Michigan Weather Network. Got Ben building another snowman, looks like, in this top right corner there. It's alive. Yes, yes it is. Yes, not completely dry though, because it is still packing. Are we going to see a Drew appearance on Ben's camera up here in front? Also, take note Tyler is pulled into the nearest McDonald's. We talked about it. We talked about it a few streams ago. Oh, there we go. Someone screenshot. You have been caught in 4K. So yes, Tyler is at McDonald's as well. We just talked about getting sponsored by McDonald's because we go there so often. Our chasers are always pulling in. So McDonald's, if you're watching, sponsor us. Someone beat Drew to McDonald's? Yes, Tyler did. Drew, what do you... Oh, wait, it's M&M's. Hold on. How dare he eat in front of the camera? That's a bold move to eat in front of the camera. I don't think he can hear me or not. He's giving him eyes. Hello? Oh, never mind. I was just talking about how Drew was eating on camera, and now he's putting M&Ms in snowballs. Is it bad in Port Austin? I can tell you, actually, because we have a handy-dandy camera, newly installed, courtesy of Port Austin Hardware, as well as Thumb Heating and Cooling, or Cooling and Heating, actually, is their official name. And this camera here is a pan tilt zoom cam, which for some reason is frozen right now. There we go. It's a bit laggy. But yes, Port Austin, it is snowing there. You guys do have, looks about maybe a quarter to a half inch on the ground. Looks like it's sticking to parking lots here, but not yet to the grass, covering the grass yet. So just starting up there in Port Austin. Yeah, Port Austin's really nice. Good vibes up there. We always seem to have 1 or 2 storms per year that just pass offshore of Port Austin that usually contain a water spout. Sometimes we'll have tornado warnings up that way because those storms like to clip Port Austin. So having a camera directly now on Lake Huron in Port Austin is going to be huge for those types of events, as well as wave action. We saw waves crashing the breakwater there in Port Austin quite intensely in the past couple of days. So the camera has already come in handy, newly installed last week as well. So appreciate Thumb Cooling and Heating for sponsoring that camera, as well as Port Austin Hardware for hosting it. We have Christmas lights on the Portage cam. And by Christmas lights, I mean somebody got pulled over. There we go. Can we check the Lapeer cam? Yes, we can. It's a little laggy tonight. I wonder if there's a problem with the software, the main hosting software of these cameras, because it's a little laggy this evening for some of these cams. We'll come back to that. There we go. There's your Lapeer cam. Let's see if I can get that going again. Nope, connection issue. That's what it is. It's snowing up there, though. That's for sure. Let's take Evanful. We haven't had Evanful in a while. Uh, 3 inches or so in Adrian so far. It really is. We have 90 or so cameras now in 2 states. Expansions will continue. We're putting them on pause for now just to regather and regroup. Some of you guys may have noticed that the cameras themselves on the Weather Network go offline sometimes. So we are trying to minimize that downtime by switching some things up a little bit. So we're working on that, taking a pause, taking a breather, getting a game plan, and going to go full speed ahead for next year. Looks like we have the Charlotte Fire Department camera. Someone's there plowing the station out there. Appreciate them for hosting the camera here. Typical winter scenes out there. Also up in the UP, we got snow flying up in Negaunee, courtesy of Black Diamond Car Wash. We're way up there by Ishpeming area, just west of Marquette. We do not have a camera in Waterford. We have a couple cameras close, but not one in Waterford. So one eye is green, one eye is red. I do have... Oh, can I do this actually? Hold on. If this works, I'll be so happy. No, it's not going to work. Dang it. I'm still going to try, though. So I had to add Evan's camera in manually before I went live. Didn't have time to work them into the overlays and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out if I can pull them on screen here permanently like I can for Ben, Tyler, and Drew. But that's on me to figure out here. So I'm gonna be quiet and just try and figure this out. Nope. I wonder if I can, though. Aha! Now we're cooking. Love it. Tyler is enjoying his french fries from McDonald's where he's at. Now we got Ben doing a snow angel. We're getting all the action tonight, guys. All the action. Yeah, roads are bad, guys. If you are considering traveling, I would say highly suggest not doing it. I would be waiting until Monday to get your traveling done. Tomorrow afternoon and evening might be okay on state roads, but locally and local roads and county roads will likely be slick all throughout tomorrow as well. Still will wrap up around sunrise, so it won't be all bad all day. But if we get the high end amounts of 8 inches in East Michigan and we get 13 in West Michigan, that's going to stick around for a while. It's not going to be easy to clean up. The finest in winter weather entertainment. I agree. We are lively here. First one to make, actually, strike that. You guys should make a giant snow pile and jump in it. Good question. Let me check out the power outage map here. I do not know. I don't expect it to be too high tonight. Yeah, we have 176 outages across the state, so we're fine for now. Looks like Kent County has the most out with 48 customers, and total customers in Michigan 176. So we are a-okay for now. That may ramp up a little bit tonight, but we're not really expecting it to be that big of a deal. Over to Tyler at McDonald's. Enjoying his hot french fries there. I'm going to move Evan up here just a bit. Tyler is begging me to leave him alone while he eats. I'll do so. There we go. I'm sorry, Tyler. I won't talk to you again. Let's take my headphones out of here so you guys can hear what they're saying. I don't know how well my mics can pick it up, but...
Hi, chat.
Looks like Ben's taken off. Or, sorry, Drew's taken off. Cars are flying on 131, and I don't like it.
Wall Street Baptist Church sign right in front of me is red 1 degrees Fahrenheit.
Temperature gauge reading off there where he's at. Do we have ability to move this? We do. Cool. Got some snowflakes on the lens. For the most part, though, let's keep it aimed this way so it doesn't get caked with snow. I've had to estimate probably a nice 4 or 5 inches there on the ground here in Moline.
I'm working my way up on 131, following this next band of snow that is traveling northeast of Michigan.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the radar here. Actually, can I do this? I can. Sweet. Current radar across the state. We are looking at moderate to heavy snow bands from Grand Rapids over toward the Tri-Cities, Alma region, down through Lansing, Jackson, all the way down to the border of Indiana. On the east side of the state, snow has overspread the entirety of the area. Heaviest bands appear to be up here in the Croswell area, as well as over Detroit Metro right now, as well back here toward Ann Arbor, Tecumseh, Adrian, Jackson areas. Do take note, though, we do have a little bit of dry air mixing in here in the South Bend, Indiana area, so perhaps a little bit of a break here near the Niles. I'll actually take a peek at the Niles cam in a second, but behind this dry air, we do have more snow moving in later on this evening, so we may have a brief break with that dry air impeding, so that could cut totals down just a bit, but it shouldn't be too significant enough to warrant any major changes with the forecast. Take that back, and let's take a look at those yellow headlights. Weird. Let's take a peek at the Niles cam if I can find it again. Yeah, it is snow covered. So downtown Lowell here, courtesy of Rogers Neighborhood Realty. Looking like 3, maybe 4 inches. Ballparking, eyeballing it. Breaking news, 989 in chat says, how is Saginaw County looking? Saginaw County on radar, we're looking A-OK in terms of snowfall. It is blanketed the entirety of the region there. In terms of travel impacts, nothing being reported right now, but looking at drive maps or the cameras there, many major highways are snow covered, and many of the plows are on side roads that are snow covered as well. So I'm sure it's just getting underway up there for you guys. You will have additional accumulations throughout the evening into the overnight hours. Got a camera here at Lost Lake Woods Club in Lincoln, up in the northeast corner of Lower Michigan. Looking over Lost Lake. Snowing pretty good up there. Got the camera in Three Rivers. Really, I mean, still getting completely dumped on. Wind and snow continues. Actually, I'm going to do something here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to visualize just how hard it's snowing there. This is Safety Glasses USA. So I turned the light on the camera. There we go. Can't really tell much difference there between the smart light and the illumination of that being off, but it's snowing hard. You can tell visibility is down quite a bit there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave. Let's go ahead and put Ben back on here. Actually, let's look at Tyler's camera just because Tyler's at McDonald's. Let's go ahead and watch him drive out of the parking lot because why not? It's kind of creepy. I know where Tyler's at. It's weird having chasers that are on the team that are driving right by me. It's crazy. Going southbound on M52, I see Tyler. Coming up to, oh, what street is that? Trying to remember this place, this area. I grew up all the time on this road. CVS there, you got Trussell Park on the right. Keeps going, it's gonna be downtown Adrian. Tyler, if you continue on 52, you're going to come out by our camera at the Midas Auto Experts place. You should do that and wave hi to the cam.
I bet.
M52 and Beecher looking southwest from Midas. That's where the camera's at.
Copy.
So we are going to pull up the Midas cam here. He's not too terribly close to it, but he's really close, like probably within like 3 to 5 minutes or less. Subway there. Nothing changes. I haven't been in this town for a while, but nothing changes. Courthouse on the right. Meanwhile, up there in the top right, we have Drew. We got Ben.
Just taking it down memory lane, I guess, right?
Also Evan there, below Ben. I don't have a nameplate for Evan tonight. Impromptu, kind of streamed, didn't have time to set him up on my software fully. We'll get that done and handled for next stream, though. You can follow all the Storm Chasers on Facebook. Their usernames are all Storm Chaser and their name. So Storm Chaser Ben Richmond, Drew Brummel, Evan Heemstra, and Tyler Maynard.
I almost also have Instagram as well.
You can also follow Tyler on Instagram.
That wasn't a plug for me. I think Drew's on Instagram.
I think we
Ben's
all
on
are.
Instagram. I think Evan's on Instagram too. I think we're pretty much all on Instagram.
For the most part, yeah, most of our chasers are on Instagram as well.
Yes, we're on Instagram.
No one's on like MySpace though. Sorry.
Tyler, when you get close to the cam, let me know. I know the stream is delayed probably by like 10-15 seconds or so on my end, so let me know when you get close.
Our creation is slowly sliding off the hood.
Oh no. It is sliding off the hood. Let it go, let it go. Maria, we do have several UP cams. Oh, oh, oh no. Oh, timber. say what I was going to say.
No, storm chasing comfort character.
Just letting you know, Ryan, I am heading north on US 131 towards the Grand Rapids area, around the Kalamazoo region right now. I am heading on my way north.
Copy that. Thank you. Getting some reports out of Indiana of over a foot of snow today. That is insane. Just got a 10-inch report out of Logansport, Indiana. So this system does mean business. We will see what we end up with up here in Michigan. Tyler is in Adrian, and he is coming up very close to our camera at Midas. Tyler, message me what kind of vehicle you have so I can look out for it. We're going to lose Tyler for a second here as he drives close. We're going to pull up my full screen here. We're going to take Evan off of the bottom of the screen there. Now I'm just confused. There it is. Wait, what? Drew is back, or Evan, or Tyler's back. There he is. Maybe not. Is that him? I think that's him right there. Passing.
His snowman definitely just intensified.
Yep, that was him.
Yeah, this building went down quick.
That was him. Oh, yeah, that's definitely him. He's going to pull off. I bet he's going to get out and wave to the camera if I had to guess.
Get out of my head.
That Wendy's across from me would be a better spot.
What Wendy's are you talking about, bro? I ain't even from around here. I'm from like Sterling Heights.
Predictions have not changed anywhere in the state.
I am hopping on, waving high.
He's going to wave high. He's hopping out. So that is him. Right here. Parked in the Walgreens. He's behind a pole. You're behind the pole. Go further toward the road. There he is.
Can you see me now? Big in the snow.
Yeah, we can see you. Oh, that's great. That is great. And the people in Walgreens are like, what is he doing?
They shouldn't worry about it then.
We have speak under snow here, or we don't see. I just got snow all over my driver's seat. Give me a sec.
That's wild.
Yo, I feel like someone's watching me right now. It's kind of weird.
There's over 1,000 people watching you right now, actually.
That's kind of weird, bro.
Courtesy camera here, Adrian Sign, and as well as Midas Auto Experts. Appreciate them for sponsoring the camera. I'm excited. I said this a couple nights ago, but our camera network here in the state, we have close to 90 cameras, and we installed them over the course of the past 6 or so months. We haven't even went into like a peak severe season with these cameras, so I'm super excited to see what they can do here in the spring and summertime throughout next year. It's going to be really cool to see. There's a UP camera for you here in Bergland, courtesy of Timberline Sports. I do have most of our UP cameras off the grid tonight because the event's happening downstate. So on your screen, there's 64 different cameras I can pull up. We have 90. So I get to pick and choose which ones are in my layout every single day. And because we had snow expected downstate, I didn't really put too many UP cameras up there. We also have Nobbinway here in the eastern UP. We have 2 cameras there in Nobbinway. We have one north, and then here's one to the southwest. And we also have the Norway Aurora cameras here at Norway Mountain Ski Resort. We have the Aurora camera. We also have the weather camera, but they're both really excellent at doing both of those. So Nobbinway camera, courtesy of Christian Fellowship Churches. So appreciate them sponsoring that location and the cameras as well. Appreciate them.
Hey, Ryan, can you send me a clip of me diving into the snow? I might use it for my sermon tomorrow.
We can arrange that.
Thanks, bro.
All credit on the cameras to our sponsor locations as well as the installer, Guardian Technologies. So we could not do this network without the sponsors that step up and say, hey, let's do this. We also couldn't do it without partnering with Guardian for the installation and equipment. So a lot of hands in it, but we are super excited with these cameras. They're a great service here to the state of Michigan, and they are going to keep a lot of Michiganders safe throughout the next several years. These cameras will last 5+ years. In fact, many of them do. So snow coming down at Harbor Beach. This camera sponsored by Guardian Technologies, hosted at the marina in Harbor Beach. Thank you to the city there for allowing us to install a Aurora and weather cam there at the marina. Where are you at?
North of Kalamazoo, getting close to Mount.
So Drew is saying whiteout conditions on 131 north of Kazoo. So we have the Portage camera here, and yeah, it is.
Visibility is down to 8 miles.
I would say that's completely accurate here in Portage, about an eighth, maybe a quarter of a mile at most. Let's check out the Frontier camera as well. Frontier does not really have too many indications of low visibility just yet, but it's still snowing pretty hard there. Where are you at? North of Kalamazoo? Where's your nearest city or nearest mile marker?
I'm on US 131 north, getting close to Plainwell.
Plainwell.
which is
Okay.
north of Kalamazoo.
Thank you. Copy. So he is between Kazoo and Grand Rapids near Plainwell. We don't have any cameras in Plainwell, but we do have a couple. I gotta pull up the map here real quick. We have the network grew so fast that I'm losing track of where our cameras are at. I know we have cameras in that vicinity, but I just don't know exactly where they're at. I know Auto Body Experts has some along 131 there in Wayland and Moline and Byron Center area. Let's go to Wayland. Let's find Wayland on here. There we go. And yeah, that's pretty hefty snowfall rates too.
Yeah, I just started saying, we're hearing these, I can kind of take that as a
Yeah, Wayland's good enough. This is the closest cam to Drew right now, if you don't want to count Portage. But still, if we take back the radar here, I'm going to drag this in for you guys to see. You can see the hefty snowfall rates here are from about Port Sheldon to Grand Haven. Honestly, it's a widespread heavy snow swath here. Allegan, Kalamazoo, down into the Three Rivers Sturgis areas. If there's going to be thunderstorm tonight, it's going to be within these heavier bands right now. So the wait is on. We'll go ahead and leave the cameras up full screen here. Our chaser's up there as well. Looks like Ben is still having fun over in Kalamazoo. I'm going to try and get two Evans off the screen here. And I guess I can't.
Car in
There
the
it is.
ditch along the side. It looks to be abandoned though. Just past it nearby Plainwell.
Drew's camera's pretty dark there. If you couldn't hear that though, looks like a vehicle, or sounds like a vehicle was slid off in the ditch there. He believes it's unoccupied though. Again, he is northbound 131 from Plainwell. Are the heavy bands in Detroit? The answer is yes and no. It's kind of scattered throughout Monroe County, Washtenaw, as well as Macomb and parts of Oakland there. But Detroit in snow, yes, but the heaviest looks to be to your north and to your south currently. Let's check in with chat again. How much snow is on the ground near you guys? Feel free to chime in what you guys have measurement-wise.
They've got 2 cars now in the ditch nearby Plainwell on driver into the panic.
So that's the second car in the ditch, according to Drew on 131 northbound. Fortunately, his camera is dark, so I pull him up. You're not going to see much of anything there. You can see a little of something there. Not sure what's going on here with Ben. It is snowing very hard up in the UP at Black Diamond Car Wash in Negaunee. Snowplow coming through. These are always fun to watch. Is he plowing, salting, or both? Looks like he's doing both. At least, very least, he is plowing. All right, let's go ahead and take a peek at chat here. I asked you guys to drop in your reports for snowfall. Let's take a look at those around the state here as of 8:18 p.m. That guy is flying. Crazy. Slow down, people. Your life is not worth an extra 5 minutes. Scrolling up here. Got 3 inches in Delton, 1 inch Livingston, 4 to 5 in Walker, 4 in Muskegon. We do have Holland cams. We'll take a peek in a second. 4 to 6 in Zeeland. Ionia 2 inches. Grand Rapids about 5 inches. 2.5 in Ionia. 1 or 2 in Flat Rock. Anybody else want to chime in? Feel free. Open chat tonight, guys. Feel free to chime in. If you are a longtime viewer, haven't really chatted with us, feel free. We are open for questions and comments tonight. 3 to 4 inches in Wayland. Thank you, Megan. Or Meg. Sorry, misread your name there. Lucinda says 18 to 20 in Grayling. I assume you mean the previous event and this event too. That sounds about right. What's up, D? Good to see you in here tonight. 2 inches in Remus. 1/2 inch in Clinton Township. 2 inches Romulus.
You guys see Connor's igloo?
Is that what they're doing? Building an igloo? 1 inch in Lansing. Sounds like Lansing is getting gypped or so, this system. 2 to 3 in Taylor. Thank you. Let's check out Ben's stream here. Oh, look at that. I fully expect to see you guys destroy that before the end of the stream. 2 inches Whitmore Lake, 2 inches in Monroe.
Say that again?
I fully expect you to destroy that igloo by the end of the stream.
Oh, copy that.
If you guys are curious what we're using tonight to talk with our chasers, we are using Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios came on as a sponsor a few months ago, and they have filled a ginormous gap in our communications between our chasers and us here in the studio. They are LTE, cellular radio, so they can work across the state and across the country based on cell service. So thank you to Rapid Radios for sponsoring us and hooking us up with communications here at MSC. Appreciate Rapid Radios for doing that. Can we see Dearborn now? We can flip over to Dearborn for sure. Let's go ahead and pull that up. There you go. Roads are still wet. Snow is coming down. Looks like about a 1/2 inch or so or less on the sidewalks or grassy surfaces. So not too much there yet. Again, remember, Dearborn is in our 2 to 5 zone, so we're not expecting significant accumulation over on the far east side where Dearborn is at, but it is snowing and it will ramp up here through the evening hours. 2 inches Ann Arbor, roughly 5 to 6 in Sturgis, 3 to 4 in Chelsea. Christopher says measured 5 inches now. Where are you at, Chris? So far, 6.5 inches in Buchanan Township. Tyler, I lost your feed there. Are you good still, or?
Yeah, it's all good. My phone just overheated, so I gotta cool it down a little bit.
Copy that.
I understand
3 to 4, Allen Park. 5 inches in Battle Creek. Two inches in Jackson. Haven't seen a plow in a while. Where you at? Plows are everywhere tonight. Yes, roads are a nightmare across the state. We've said it a couple times, I'll say it again. If you don't have to go out and travel tonight, don't do it. Do not do it. Want to point out the Ann Arbor camera here has really ramped up intensity over the past couple of minutes. Looks like the runway is still snow covered, and also the grass is becoming almost snow covered there as well. This has really ramped up in the past 20 minutes or so. And to put it into perspective, I'm going to try it on this camera here. So these cameras are pretty cool, where I can...
Happy, Ryan.
What was that?
I hope happy about the gone igloo.
Wait, you already destroyed it?
I just totally ran straight into that thing.
We missed it. Dang it. But on...
Connor just dealt the final blow. R.I.P. Igloo.
These guys are crazy. So these cameras here, I'm going to turn this on and see if we can get any indication here. It doesn't really ramp it up any at all. But these cameras have lights on them to illuminate what's around them. I was going to try and turn it on to see just how hard the snowfall rate's actually falling here, but it does appear that the camera by itself, without its helper light, is doing really well. So let's leave that alone. Courtesy of Ace Aviation in Ann Arbor at the Ann Arbor Airport. Appreciate them for sponsoring this camera and also installing it for us. This was a much needed area that we needed a camera with, and we actually got hooked up with Ace Aviation, so appreciate them for sponsoring this south-facing view. The camera is also 180, so you can see part of the west and the east sky, as well as all the south. So, pretty cool. Been live about 2.5 hours tonight. If you're just tuning in, I am Ryan, joined alongside Tyler, Drew, Ben, and also Evan. Evan is the chaser without a label on the center right of your screen. We are Michigan Storm Chasers doing coverage this evening on this first bigger widespread winter storm we have in the state. Pretty relaxed evening tonight. We're just keeping an eye on road conditions as well as our cameras.
Oh my gosh, I haven't done my quintessential snow angel for this snow stream. Hold up.
Better get your camera back on. Be live here for at least a half hour more. Probably thinking about wrapping things up around 9 or so. We'll see how things are going at that point, though. We're looking for thunder snow. There's a small chance South Michigan may get some thunder snow this evening.
Kim shoot back up. Trevor crushing.
Yay, Tyler's back.
Yay, I'm back.
I'm gonna head back over to Port Austin here. There we go. Now the camera's working. So whoever asked about Port Austin here in chat, we do have a camera here. It's a PTZ, point tilt zoom. So I can rotate it down the street here. Get that up to full quality. Give me a second. There we go. Courtesy of Thumb Heating and Cooling, as well as Port Austin Hardware. Port Austin is a winter wonderland this evening, with heavier snowfall rates moving in. Beautiful.
There we go. It's time.
Looks like Tyler's about to do his annual snow angel, so we're going to take this camera, we're going to put it back to where we want to set it at. And we're going to go ahead and move it over to Tyler's stream in just a second. There we go.
Annual. It's more like daily.
Annual. Yeah, it's a daily thing. You're right, Tyler. You are live, full screen, Tyler. Chris, the winter upcoming, you've seen a lot of comparisons to 2011, 2013. It will be above average in terms of total snowfall, but I don't think, internally at least, we don't think it's going to be historic like some of these weather accounts are pushing. We see above average lake effect snow. We see slightly above average precipitation for the state. So above average snowfall and a little bit cooler than average when all is said and done. But we're off to a good start. We have a lot more systems left to come in the future. So we'll have to kind of see how it plays out. Tyler, you might be frozen. He is. You gotta do it again, man. It was frozen. You're good to go now. Goodness gracious.
There we go.
Tyler. Tyler.
What?
Your cam was frozen. We missed the snow angel. He's gonna hate me.
God dang it.
I'm sorry. Oh, it was good on my end. I had to refresh it, but I was good. There you go. You're back. Tyler is in Adrian, Michigan. Ben and Drew are on the 131 between Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids region. Evan, I believe, is in that same 131 region, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, Evan, last I had an update was the Kalamazoo area, Vicksburg, that general region. Did his camera freeze again? You can't make this up. Oh, no. No, Tyler. Please tell me you didn't do another snow angel. Oh, there he goes.
Remember, you also follow my podcast on that second one. Do you doing one more?
Yeah, you are live now, so if you freeze, I'll know.
Alright, one more try.
There we go. Round of applause for Tyler. Yeah, I cannot
Get it?
I cannot freeze the people on screen. Yes, we got it. You are welcome to get up and get warm now. Thank you, Tyler, for that entertainment.
Thank the Lord.
Heavier snow has now moved into the Moline camera here at Frontier Truck Parts.
I'm so freaking cold, dude.
No, I bet. We'll take back my full screen here at the Frontier Truck Parts, US 131 at Moline. Traffic is really slowing up here. If you're just tuning in here, we are live for at least about 20 more minutes. We're going to wrap things up around 9 o'clock more than likely. We're live with 4 chasers and over 90 cameras across the state of Michigan covering this winter event. It is peaking right now with heavier snowfall rates across south and parts of central Michigan. Our forecast of 4 to 8 widespread is on track, and the west part of Michigan, 7 to 13 inches, is on track as well. So keep tuned in here. We'll have updates all throughout the evening on our page, even after we're off air, not live anymore. That guy is going way too fast. Way too fast. Sheesh. Slow down, people. Don't want to be your dad, but there's no reason to be flying on these roads. They're a sheet of ice with a coat of snow on top. It's just not worth it. Yes, grab a snack, grab a drink, stay home. Let plows do their job tonight into tomorrow morning and hit the road sometime later on tomorrow. It is just not worth it. We're looking at total forecast verification so far. We're seeing areas we put 7 to 13 at about 5 or 6 inches right now, with at least a couple more hours of snow left. So we're likely going to be in that range, at least for the west side of Michigan. Taking a peek at radar, though, we do have a little bit of dry air that is filled in near Dowagiac here. So it may stop snowing briefly in this area down by Niles, this Paw Paw region. But then behind it, the rest of the system is working its way in. We have several hours worth of snow left to get through here. So forecast so far is going to be verifying quite nicely. Keeping a close eye on the cameras as well as radar for any lightning strikes tonight. Thunder snow is a possibility, not a high possibility, but still possible. Anytime there's a can't talk. Anytime there's a chance of thunder snow, we are going to be on it, watching very closely. Lowell cam, please. Let's go ahead and go to Lowell. There you go. Looks like at least might be 3 or 4 inches now on the ground there in Lowell. It's hard to tell, but looks like the sidewalk at least has 3 or 4. We do not have Muskegon camera right now. Not at this time. In the future, it'll be a priority, as well as that Lansing to Jackson corridor. We'll need cameras in certain areas of the state. But right now, nothing in Muskegon, nothing in Lansing, nothing in Jackson for cameras. Oh, radar. Sorry, D, I can do radar for you. Muskegon, in the heavier bands here, you got several more hours of snow to get through. There is your movement. All the heavier stuff is now pushing up into Muskegon. You are in heavy snow for what appears to be at least an hour or two for you guys. So this is going to be the peak of your event up here. If you're in like the Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Big Rapids area, you guys are in the heart of this event right now. If there's going to be thunder snow, it's probably going to happen anytime. I don't see any heavier bands maybe down here moving up towards South Michigan, but looks like the heavier stuff for now in Michigan is concentrated over here in West Michigan, which is, the instability up there is not as good as it is further south. So low chance up here, better chances down here with the heavier bands in Indiana, I would have to imagine. But even then, we're looking at dry air winning out, so we may have dwindling chances for that. So east side, while we're at the radar updates, you're blanketed. Doesn't matter if you're in Monroe County, up toward Tuscola County, you're in snow. Heavier snow up by the Tri-Cities, it appears, as well as Harbor Beach and Ann Arbor areas. Let's take a look at the Harbor Beach cam, as well as Ann Arbor cameras. So there's your Ann Arbor cam. Decent snowfall there. And let's find Harbor Beach. There's your Ludington camera, courtesy of the Area JC's Mini Golf. Where's Harbor Beach at? There it is. Nope, that's Bergland. I am mistaken. It looked identical. First person to find Harbor Beach wins. There it is. There it is. And yes, it is coming down there. It is coming down a lot. It's like Star Wars. What causes thundersnow? It's a combination of several factors, but mainly we look for low-level instability. That is the main ingredient to get thundersnow. Just like we have storm fuel that fuels severe weather, same can apply for thundersnow. When these snow bands turn convective or intense in nature, it takes instability, and that can drive thunder and lightning. There's a few other technical things we're not going to dive into, but there's honestly several things, honestly. So, but that's the main thing we can tell you. Do we have a camera near Brighton? Yes, we do. I do not believe that camera is on my feed tonight, but that is at CSW Dental in Brighton. I do not see it on here on my screen tonight. Oh, do we lose Evan? We might have lost Evan. Nope, he's back. For some reason, it's not my screen. I don't know why, but okay.
We got a slide off on 131 median at mile marker 30.
Copy that. Ben reporting a slide off there on 131. Vehicle up there appears to be in the ditch on the left side of the road. We'll take a peek at that here in just a second. I will say it is snowing pretty hard up in the UP in Novenway at the Christian Fellowship Church camp.
Yeah, there's nobody in the vehicle. It's just sitting in the median that the hatch is on.
All right. Ooh, got a plow passing Ben there too. All right, 8:42 p.m. You can send pictures to us by dropping a comment on our Facebook feed, or you can message us directly on Facebook. Another good way to get a hold of us. We also have groups on Facebook. Michigan Storm Community is a nice group for you guys to drop your weather-related pictures. While we have a second, and while we're going to wrap up our stream here in about 15 or so minutes, I do want to cycle through our sponsors who help keep operations rolling here at MSC. We talked about Rapid Radios earlier. We have more than just Rapid Radios, though. We have a couple tree sponsors, a couple roofing sponsors as well as a couple odds and ends from security and audio, as well as restoration. We have a lot. So starting with StormGuard out of Southeast Michigan, roofing and construction. We have Katz Roofing and Siding out of Lansing. Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding out of the Thumb region. McKay Tree Specialist out of Southeast Michigan. Kuiper Tree Care out of West Michigan. On Top Roofing out of Livingston County. Top Gun Roofing in West Michigan. A-Class Construction and Restoration in Mason County. Rainbow Restoration in Kent County, surrounding areas as well. Our Skycam provider, Guardian Technologies, also providing audio, video, and security needs. Rapid Radios, our communication sponsor. American Arbor in Southwest Michigan, tree sponsor there. Apex Restoration in Grand Blanc. The Ronald McDonald House of Detroit, charities there. Feel free to donate to their cause by calling the number on your screen. And lastly, new and coming back actually for this year is Clear Plow, for a unique way to push snow and save your back. Check out Clear Plow Snow Pushers. All the sponsors here keep operations rolling, MSC. Appreciate them for sponsoring us, becoming a partner as well, and providing services to you guys in the event you happen to need them. If you need to reach out to one of the sponsors and don't know who to contact, feel free to reach out to us. We'll help you along with that process. Current time, 8:44 p.m. Eastern. We'll wrap things up here at 9 or so. Snow event continues. Forecast is on track. I will say there's a little bit, tiny bit of dry air filling in the far southwest part of the state that may cut in the totals a little bit, but not seeing that being too significant as of right now. Any last final questions to wrap up the next 10 or so minutes? Feel free. It is Grand Blanc. It is not Blanc. Did I say Blanc? Show me a camera of Detroit. The closest I can get for you is Dearborn. We do not have a downtown Detroit camera. We could use one, though. We could use one. Reading has 6.25 inches last I checked as of an hour ago, says Nick. Thank you for that report. Want to shout out the moderators here in chat for helping us keep things in check tonight. We had a couple rioters, so to speak, earlier. But thanks you for the moderators in chat here, as well as our chasers who are currently on your screen, who are out and about getting road updates and also reporting conditions back to us, to the NWS as well. We're a team here. We're operationally speaking. We are got an awesome team here between our moderators, our chasers, staff, all people involved do a wonderful job. So appreciate everybody for the roles they play. Yeah, nope. Grand Blanc is the correct terminology here in Michigan. When I first, I think one of the first times I saw Grand Blanc on a radar screen, I was covering the tornado of February 28th, 2024. And I believe the first time I said it, I said Grand Blanc, and people just went nuts in the chat. Like, it's not Blanc, it's Blank. Okay, I'm never going to make that mistake again. So we are bound to mispronunciate towns in Michigan. There are several counties, towns, cities, whatever. We're going to get stuff wrong eventually. Where is the Cam in Kalamazoo near the highway? It is Portage on Westnedge. We also have Westside Garden Center as well as Paw Paw. Great Lakes Pondscapes. And then the one in Portage is Visiting Angels of Southwest Michigan. Let's not mention Gogebic. That is a rough point. Half of the people say it's Gogebic. Other half say it's Gogebic. If there's ever confusion, we reference the state of Michigan guide for pronunciation, and they say it is Gogebic. So that is how we are going to pronounce it here at MSC. Niles Cam is covered in snow currently, so if I showed you it, it is not going to show you much of anything. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are the roads? 13. No, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. Stay off the roads tonight if you can. I would expect roads to gradually gradually get better as the day goes on tomorrow. I would still expect rural roads as well as local non-traveled roads to be slick on Monday. So we will likely have school closings on Monday for some areas. I have to assume that could also change, but based on data, that's what I'm kind of seeing here. But main state highways and interstates should be okay by later tomorrow. Howell is pure ice under the snow, says ibuprofen. First off, I love the name. Second of all, yes. That's pretty much the case across the entire state tonight. Ice under the snow. Adrian Cam, we can pull that back up for sure. It has, I'm not going to say stop snowing, but it looks like the snow has let up a little bit here in Adrian. And yes, that is the case. Taking a peek at radar, there you go. Looks like Lenawee and parts of western Monroe and southern Washtenaw are currently in a little bit of a dry slot there. And we did factor that in as well lately with our updates. So dry air has kind of inhibited some snowfall in areas. It may cut inches or totals down an inch or two, maybe. We'll have to see how that plays out though, because so far it's verifying nicely everywhere else. So we'll keep an eye on things and see if that changes the forecast. I know Joel's out and about tonight, but when he gets back in the office, I'm sure that he will be updating you guys if anything significant has changed. But right now, it looks like everything's on track, as far as I know, as far as I'm looking at.
Definitely start to see that drift over some of the roads here between.
So Ben reporting drifting. We'll wrap it up here very soon with our chasers and our cameras. We're going to leave it right here on Frontier Truck Parts on US 131. Last couple questions, and we're going to pop out of here relatively soon. Appreciate you guys hopping in tonight, enjoying yourselves, keeping me awake, asking questions. Appreciate you all for tuning in.
Hey, Ryan, wake up.
I don't want to.
Valid.
Did he say salad? No, he said valid.
I said valid.
I know, Tyler. I know.
Valid.
It sounded like you said salad. I knew what he meant, though. Niles Cam is actually back here. And he
You're
is...
feeling like driving on a salad, I assume.
Okay, fair point. Looks like Niles Cam is back up here. Looks like the snow has dripped off the lens. As you can see, it looks like, honestly, looking at the across the street there, I'm eyeballing, I don't want to say it, but 6-7 inches or so. I had to throw it in there somewhere. But looks, genuinely speaking,
You said the funny number.
generally speaking, it looks like 6 or 7 inches from my vantage point. Do we have any Niles viewers who can confirm that? Niles, Michigan.
Yeah, it's really drifting over the southern to northern roads now.
It was not intentional. I'm just go. I could have said 5, 6, but to me it looks like 6 to 7 inches.
I'm on DW Avenue, and it is just very drifted over.
Got a lot of blowing snow here on the camera. I have to wonder if the light is on this camera. It looks like it is. I'm going to turn that off. Wow. You can see the fine snow is drifting and blowing quite easily, and the winds have picked up. So blowing and drifting snow is ongoing. That was not something that we really expected to be a big concern with this system. Let's check out to see if that light is on this camera. It is not. Now it is. Not much difference. So let's go ahead and talk about models, and then we will hop on out of here. Let's talk rest of the evening. Go ahead and pull those up for you. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in here to the upper Midwest. Can you guys see that okay? We good? Perfect. All right, 00Z model data coming out. Current time is 9 p.m. Current radar there. Looks like it's filled in across the state. Continues for several hours. Here's midnight. Here's 1, 2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Looks like it's slowed down just a tad bit. 8 a.m. still ongoing. 9, 10 o'clock. It looks to wrap up here across much of the state. But then lake effect kicks in for West Michigan and the UP that could add more inches on top of it. So it looks like the system continues for several more hours here. So if we already have 6 or 7 inches on the ground in some places, we could end up close to 10 to 12 in some spots as forecasted. Hoping. Our forecast verifies, looking like it is. So overall, though, looks like conditions will improve throughout the day on Sunday, unless you're in the lake effect belt where more snow is possible. Model is saying for additional accumulation through, this model says 8 p.m. through the day on Sunday, 4 to 6 on the east side, and then right around 4 to 8 with isolated 9 or 10 on the west side, in addition to what's already fallen. So we're on track.
Degrees definitely has picked up here east of Schoolcraft.
We are on track. So that's your forecast here based on latest model data. Everything is looking pretty good. The only thing we have to watch out for is dry air. We talked about it last night on our briefing, I think, where people are asking what could make this event underperform, and I think I mentioned dry air, and that is the case with almost every system. We didn't see that happening with the system, but there is just enough there that is warranting some dry air to mix in, which cuts in on some snow totals and snowfall. So if that continues, we'll have to kind of see how things shake out. But for right now, it doesn't appear to be significant. So we'll leave it at that. I thought that guy on the screen there was going too fast. I thought they were going to collide for a second, but then I realized he was in the opposite lane. So, all right. Gentlemen, we are going to roll an outro here shortly. So if you want to say any last words to the viewers, feel free.
This is Drew speaking. Great stream, guys. Like I said, road conditions are bad really everywhere, from highways to rural roads. Be on the lookout for when you're in open fields, just like me and Ben have been saying, there are some snow drifts present. Intersections are also still snow covered. There really isn't any road that is not snow covered at this point in West Michigan and southern lower Michigan. So we're going to have consistent snowfall present throughout the rest of the night, and could have it technically where multiple churches could be canceled tomorrow morning potentially, depending on how bad, depending where you live, basically. But I would say anywhere in West Michigan, Southern, Lower Michigan could definitely be a possibility. But then thankfully conditions will start to get a little bit better during the afternoon and evening hours, with maybe lower lake effect on the west side of the state. Dylan, guys, see ya.
Thank you, Drew, for that. We'll see if Ben or
Hey guys,
Tyler.
thanks for tuning in. I'm making my way back now, but again, this snow is likely to continue through quite a bit of the night. So just be safe out there. It might be a good time to just stay home tomorrow and keep playing the snow with your families. It's going to be kind of a pretty rough travel throughout the next morning and midday of tomorrow. So just thanks for tuning in with us this evening, and we'll see you later.
No, that guy's going way too fast.
All right, this is Tyler talking now. Thanks for watching. We appreciate all the support. It allows us to do all this craziness. Just to piggyback off what Drew and Ben said, if you have to travel tonight or tomorrow, just use some extreme caution. No amount of time you can save is worth risking your life.
What he said.
If you can't,
Yes.
stay home. Make some hot chocolate. I might do so myself when I get home. And yeah, thank you for all the support. Thanks for watching. And yeah.
Well said, gentlemen. All right, with that said, from Tyler here on your screen to Drew, as well as Ben and Evan. Pull him up here. There he goes. And I can't, for some reason, pull him up full screen. We'll figure it out. Appreciate the four of them going out tonight for coverage. Also for the moderators, as always, in chat here. And for you guys as viewers who support us every single time we're on here live streaming. We appreciate you all. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will be monitoring behind the scenes, posting updates as we get them. In the meantime, you guys stay safe. Enjoy the outro music. We'll catch you guys next time.